We should be good, and we should be live.
Okay. All right, then I will start this for hopefully the first and only time. Welcome to the Anime Detour staff planning meeting for the February 22nd, 2025. The second meeting in February and the last normal staff planning meeting of the cycle. We are just over a month from the convention. That is why the maybe not so fun, maybe stressful title of this slideshow is Crunch Time. I'm guessing I'm not saying anything new to anyone. We are starting out with a bit of an unusual slide, but if you are not chronically online, you might not have seen our announcements in a number of places yesterday, mostly last evening, about the Sheraton and the Marquette. To begin with, the Sheraton is what the Millennium Hotel, which is the one right across the street from the Hyatt Regency, which is our main hub, was or is going to be rebranded as. We've partnered with them for many years to be an overflow hotel for us. This year, we also were planning on moving a number of things over to their event space. We learned 10 days ago now that their construction to reopen as the Sheraton is behind. We've been talking to them. They've been saying it was ahead. I think it's even come up at a staff meeting before, but suddenly it's behind. So
the inspector's going to be in there on the 28th during detour. So
yeah, so it might look really, really nice, and we can't go inside. So we made this announcement. We've been many of us have been scrambling for the last week and a half. We do have a solution to this problem. The room block is going to go to a hotel called the Marquette. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it. It is essentially 7 blocks north of Anime Detour Hyatt Regency. So it's a little bit of a walk, a little frustrating that we can't get anything closer, but to be honest, the only really, really close hotel is the Millennium Sheraton. The Hilton's about 4 blocks away. That's our other overflow hotel. And so the Marquette has agreed to take the entire staff block from the Sheraton, so nobody will be out of a reservation.
general block.
Not staff.
Sorry, not staff block.
You just scared a
It is a
lot.
very nice hotel if staff were to stay there. It's in the IDS Center. It's a very nice hotel, but
The dedicated detour room block that has a special rate is all getting moved to the Marquette. The Marquette is honoring the price, and we're going to send our shuttle buses there. In addition, the Metro Transit buses actually run free buses up and down Nicollet Mall, which is exactly where we would want them to run them. So there should be ways for people to get there, even if they do have accessibility needs. It should be possible. Again, it's not the Skyway, it's not ideal, but it's the best solution we could come up with. And I'm pretty happy that we were able to scramble so fast and get that done. The Sheraton staff did assist us with this. They were actually the ones that connected us with the Marquette in the first place, but we've also talked to people directly at the Marquette. We've signed the contract. This is a done deal. So, I already said the hotel room block is moving. The problem really that we had sort of within ourselves is that we also were planning on having registration at the second hotel. Some of cosplay's rehearsals on Saturday were going to be over there, and we were going to have something called the second stage, which was going to be a nice sort of middle ground, things that maybe wouldn't fill main stage, but could still use some lighting and sound assistance over there. Just, expanded programming offerings. That is not going to happen. We did, again, look around at some other event spaces. The Marquette did offer us some, but we had a big meeting on, I think, Wednesday evening with the chair team, programming, tech, cosplay, and registration, and talked about, is it feasible to have any of these things 7 blocks away? And essentially everybody's answer was kind of what we figured it would be, which is not really. Anything we send that far away is going to feel like we're implicitly undervaluing it or devaluing it. It's going to send the wrong message to attendees. We don't want to do it. So those things are coming back home. Registration will be, as it has been for many years, in sort of the large open space opposite Greenway Ballroom. Probably most people don't know the little open room next to it is called St. Croix, but it is, that's that same area. So registration will be where it has been. It's actually going to condense after the initial rush Friday, and we are going to have some additional tables set up there. That was one of my favorite things about having the additional space, was that we were going to have more space for people to just sit and hang out and people watch a little bit. So that is I'm still doing that to the greatest degree that we can. with everything coming back to the Regency. Cosplay rehearsals will be back in main stage as they have been for many years, Saturday morning. And then programming, I think, maybe needs the biggest shout out here, because they made an entire schedule 2 weeks ago, and then we went, hey, now you have less space, do it again. And they did already. They had a meeting for a while last night. They've had several check-ins between now and then, and have managed to condense, and I think not even cut too many things. We are still setting a record for the number of things we're saying no to this year, which is both a good and a bad thing. Obviously, we don't want to disappoint anyone volunteering to run things, but it is nice that we have so many people offering to run great programming at our convention. So with that, I will move into our normal department announcements. Also, apologies, we have new department heads, and I totally did not update and put their names in here, so I will call them out as we get there. IT, I don't think we usually have anything for IT.
Nothing in the chat yet.
Okay. Merchandising, where are you?
Yeah, I've got new pins in my pocket,
They're
but
really cool.
they were on the slideshow, so it's not that.
If the mic didn't pick that up, merchandising has received the pins. We have already shown them off at a previous staff meeting, I think a month ago. So check that out on the old VOD if you want, but nothing too new. You guys are pretty ready to go, aren't you? Okay. Programming I just shouted out. Jesse, anything else to say about programming?
Yes, I will come up to the podium.
Thank you. And you will walk around the cord instead of
Yes.
through it, which is what I did.
Yes, well, it has been pushed down before. So hello, everyone. So JC kind of talked about a little bit of the excitement and fun that we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks. I do want to thank all the other departments that we've kind of been working with on this. I know this is a tough challenge. We've had to make some compromises. I really appreciate everyone, guests, cosplay, tech, everyone just working together on this, so I appreciate that. Programming news, so the A&B contest has about a week left to get entries, so I've been doing a little bit of advertising around on Discord and animemusicvideos.org, as I usually do as the deadline is coming up. So we already have quite a few, and it's looking pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then I know lots of people are going to be waiting to hear whether we've been able to schedule their panels or not. Like JC said, we were all geared up and ready to do that, and then 2 days before that happened, we got our sad news, so we have had to make some adjustments. So we're hoping to, hopefully within the next couple of days, be emailing everyone and letting them know the schedule and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Does anyone have any questions, comments for programming? All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Themes. This is for now still an open head position. However, it's possible somebody is told me they're about to apply for it. So if you are interested in being themes head, you might want to get that in sooner rather than later. Once we get the official application, we'll announce a closing date for it. It may or may not be one of the people whose names are already on that list. But for right now, if you have anything that is an art request, Sakura is heading up those and making sure that those all get done and organizing that in the meantime. And if you have anything for the program book, I'm going to talk about that more not too long, but that is Kelly Stan that is helping us out, heading up that. So if you have anything that needs to get into that programming book, again, I'm going to go over this in a minute, but the deadline's tomorrow. So go home and do it. Or if you're already home, do it now. Send that on over. Video gaming. I don't think Robbie is here. But I have been talking with him quite a lot. Video gaming. Oh. How does it about phone?
Very video game.
Yeah. Video gaming was a tiny bit behind, but they have pretty much closed the gap that they need to close. They are finalizing their deals with all of the arcades, as well as World 9 Gaming coming in to do the console stuff. They have somebody to run the tournaments. So it is coming together nicely. Shouldn't be any problem. They're in their usual space. Nothing too different, though. We're trying to see if we can't shift to a slightly higher percentage of arcade games, cabinets, because I think that is what most of our attendees are really excited about in the arcade. So we're trying to make that adjustment, but still have plenty of tournament representation, that kind of thing too. Volcon. Nope. Okay. I think you have your menu figured out. You're pretty much ready to go. Okay. I think probably. Do you have the forum closing soon for departments to get you their requests?
Yeah, it closes at the end of February. The form is for the department order for snacks and drinks.
Okay, so yeah, department heads, make sure that you get whatever requests you have for snacks and drinks that Volcon is bringing to you in by the end of the month. Is that in the forms directory?
I think I put it there.
Okay.
But I'm the added organization, so maybe I put it somewhere.
Okay, we think it's in the forms
I will
directory.
double check right now.
All right, cool. I think I have anything else to talk about on this page. All right, Niketa facilities. That's well us, but
Yeah. Just another reminder, if you need to get something into the resume on the drive, get it in like today, because we got to get that to the Hyatt, like
Yeah.
by the end of the month here.
yeah, honestly, it's almost if I haven't already talked to you about your situation, that would be weird. I think I pretty much have gone over with everybody who had any changes or anything new. But if for some reason you're sitting there going, no, you never talked to me and we need to change our space, talk to me immediately.
Yeah.
Because
After this meeting.
yes, the only reason that it's not already submitted is the same thing. We knew that we were having issues with the hotel. Pretty much, I'm going to spend the rest of the day when I leave here today getting that done and getting that into the hotel basically immediately. So,
Otherwise, facilities is running pretty good. Outside of that, we do have the shuttle buses set up for including the new Marquette now, so we're all set on our parking and transportations there. Anything else for facilities really at the moment? Marketing.
we have a question.
I just had a facilities question. So if we need something at con, like, so we move air walls, what's the best way to contact? I know last year we had a Discord channel. What is the best way to try to?
It'll either be Discord or radio or call me.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to be something that is going to be a big part of the battle plan, is establishing all of those.
Okay, perfect.
When you're at con, this is how you talk to people. So
Yeah.
that's,
Well,
yeah.
well, we have an app that we can use to notify the hotel when we need to make changes to stuff. So it's just a matter of letting somebody with access to the app know about that. And yeah, we'll go over that, the battle plan for timing and how to do that.
Perfect.
And quite honestly, we don't have a full plan on that yet, but it is on my to-do list to make one. So
Yeah. Part of it's just setting up our schedule too. So
yeah. Marketing, obviously they've been busy very recently, so we
Yeah.
thank them for that. I don't know if there's any.
I did not
Larger news?
hear anything else from Mark today. Yeah, I don't have anything else from him at the moment. Let's see, was Lori here?
Yeah, Lori's here.
Oh. Did you have anything from Mark or marketing in general?
Or social media.
Nope, just some individual heads should look forward to getting contacted by Mark for setting things up for the con.
Okay, so there's some individual heads that Mark will be reaching out to before the con. So just pay attention to email, what you should be doing anyways.
Yeah.
And then just a reminder, even though it has been very quiet on our social media about the Sheraton issue, if you are not a member of marketing or a member of the chair team, do not respond to a negative comment. Let social media handle it.
Yeah. This is a really tough thing to do. It's so easy to forget when you're on social media because it feels a lot of the time like you're talking to someone in a small place and you're not. You're broadcasting to the world. It's very easy to say something that you understand and the person you're directly responding to understands what you're saying and the rest of the world freaks out about. So please let social media do their job and don't make it hard.
I
Danny?
apologize, I was like 5 minutes late, so this
Oh.
is my fault. But could you restate real quickly the issues with the Sheraton?
The Sheraton's not going to be open in time.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
exist.
I remember during the walkthrough they were talking about renovating or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
understand.
renovations are not going to be complete in time, is what they've told us
Okay,
as
okay.
of last week.
So what else is the takeaway for the general staff besides? Just
We
wait
moved-
to hear.
we
Pro-
moved
probably
the
check back in
attending
after the
box to
meeting
market.
because
We'll talk after.
There's a few things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too much for photography, but yeah.
Operations.
Operations.
Allie, John, we got anything?
I mean, besides
Yes,
radio. Yes.
We also have a ribbon crisis happening, so.
Oh,
I wouldn't call it a crisis. We've got plenty of time.
It will be a crisis if we don't deal with it.
Okay.
It's not a crisis yet, but we're dealing with it. So if anyone didn't know,
I was also handling ordering ribbons. Surprise. Anyway,
What, we have multiple hats here?
Is there still time to send you stuff? Because I do have some that I have not requested yet.
there have been a bunch of people who have said that. Do we want to do like a second order of ribbons at
I
this
mean,
point?
but how long did it take them to turn it around? Like a
Yeah,
week?
they turn around really fast,
Yeah,
and
I
I can
just-
turn
I
around
don't
a
know.
design really fast.
They weren't really in
So-
a budget anywhere, so like, who's paying for them? Like,
We appreciate
Yes.
These
like,
guys.
I was also trying to figure that out for them as well, and
So-
was given, talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person, so.
Should you want me to make a quick new form and we can have it like
Yes.
a 1 week window reopening to order ribbons?
sure.
And
Yeah.
then I'll make the form the way I wanted it with like the actual colors on it, because no one had details on their
Yeah.
things, and I had to ask everyone questions. So anyway, ops stuff instead of ribbon stuff. Changing hats. All right, radio training. We're doing it again today. We will also do it after the next meeting if there's still time. That one, who knows how that one's going to go.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it's
Then
gonna depend
the
on how
plan
many
is to
questions
try
we
to
have.
do it at that meeting too. We decided to have 2 more online trainings to try to get everyone in. So we will have one February 26th, that's this coming Wednesday. And we will have one on March 8th, which is a Saturday, that'll be during the day. The Wednesday one will be in the evening. Please try to make a radio training if you're gonna use a radio. We need you to have the cool radio ribbon, which we do have over there. They're really cool. I love how they turned out. We also have an ops department training on Thursday. That's this coming Thursday. Please, if you did not come to the one that we just ran, please come to that one. You can also come if you did come to that one. It's just not required at this point because you've already been to a training. For those who are on Ops 2, we are finalizing the stuff for our spare pockets, which are these guys. And we'll have an email going out about that probably today, assuming I don't forget by the time tomorrow.
External pockets are the coolest pockets.
External pockets are the best pockets. They hold a lot of stuff. All right, radio requests. I do not have requests from some of you guys, and that is charities, cosplay, facility, IT, logistics, reservations, tabletop, tech, and video production. If you are requesting 0 radios, please go in and request 0 radios. Because I know some of you like wear more than one hat, as we do.
Yeah, I forgot that I was facilities.
So you may already have a radio coming from another source, so go in and put 0 for that, the other request. And that form closes the 28th, so the end of this month. If you don't make a request, you don't get radios. Sorry, we have to allocate them out. We have finite numbers. If we don't know what you want, we can't give them to you. We also have the event support form. That is also closing 2/28, so that I can start.
Be on the
Yes,
internet
I will
again.
do that.
No one behaves badly on the internet. What?
They wanted them the sideways ones.
Okay, it should be back up and running.
I didn't do it.
Side conversations need to stop again, please. Okay, we're
Are we
back.
back? Where do
Yes.
we need to resume from?
That is a good question. Hey, chat, where were we
Yeah.
talking?
Someone online tell me where I left off.
Try not to break the
I
stream
think,
again,
I think
Ally.
we were in the
Did my
middle
best.
of talking about bad ribbons, so maybe just handle that again.
Are we blaming Allie now? It's not my fault anymore.
I think we were talking about the.
Ops stuff and
Yeah, we're in op stuff.
We're in the ops
Yeah, we
stuff.
were in
All right,
op
I'm
stuff.
just gonna start at the top of
Thanks,
the ops
Bex.
stuff.
Blaming me.
So for everyone who's in the room, this is gonna be a rerun. Sorry. So radio training today after the meeting in person. We will also be doing 2 more online radio trainings. One of them is February 26th. That's this coming Wednesday. That'll be in the evening, and then March 8th. That'll be Saturday, and that'll be in the afternoon. We will also be doing our best to have one at the next, whatever you're calling this next
Battle
meeting,
plan.
the battle plan meeting. We'll be doing our best to have one at the battle plan too. That is part of our battle plan. Please try to attend these meetings if you're going to be using a radio, so that you can have the cool radio trained ribbon that says you're allowed to handle a radio at the convention. We will also have ops training this coming Thursday. That's going to be this evening. If you have not attended the previous training, please make an effort to come to that. We do want everyone trained up and ready to go. If you did attend the previous one, you can come and hang out with us anyway. We don't mind. And we will also have an email going out about our spare pockets that we're getting designed very shortly. Probably today, maybe tomorrow, depends on when I remember to send it. Radio requests, I'm gonna repeat the list of people we still need them from. If you need 0, just say 0, and we'll mark you off on the list and not bug you again. That is charities, cosplay, facilities, IT, logistics, reservations, tabletop, tech, and video production. And that form does close on the 28th, so if you don't request by then, you don't get radios. Sorry, we gotta allocate them. There's only so many to go around. The event support form also closes the 28th. That is so that we know where we need to schedule extra people, and I need to start making the schedule so that my people can sign up for times. Also, send us your department hours. We'll be sharing those with the chair team, so we all know when to harass you and when to not harass you because you're in bed or taking a shower or something.
Since hours means a lot of things, what Ally needs and what facilities needs is when do you start each day and when does your department finish each day? That's what we're looking for.
Yes, so when will you be available to be reached by radio or other means? And when are you not available to be reached? And Dave,
Okay, so do you have to have a time off? I mean, there's gonna be time when I'm asleep. But
please.
When you don't want to be bothered. Okay, so all time's
Question,
fine,
Dave.
because I don't mind being bothered at night, right?
you can say, like, if there's a way to get your attention at night, you can give us that information if you need to be alerted at night. So just tell us that. Say, I won't be on radio, but do this to wake me up or something like that. But please sleep. And the last note, all the radios are charged and ready to go. I spent last week charging and testing them. We will be starting pickup around 11 o'clock on Thursday. And just as a reminder, if you don't pick them up Thursday, we're going to reallocate them to other departments because we always have to cut on someone. So if we have leftovers, we're not going to let them sit around just doing nothing. We're going to give them to someone that we cut from. So please make sure you pick up your radios Thursday. If for some reason no one from your department is there Thursday, which is really weird, let us know and we will hold them for you until Friday, but otherwise Thursday or nothing. And I think that's all of it now.
Cool.
They are asking in the chat if they are one of the people who are going to be getting the ribbons. Are they going to get them when they pick up the radios, or how are the ribbons being distributed once they've completed training?
I will have a checklist in Ops. You can come in, find your name on the checklist, and we'll give you a ribbon and check you off.
And speaking of ribbons, you're also going to put out a form shortly, or reopen the form
I
shortly
will put out a
ribbon
new
requests.
form for ribbon requests. We will open it for like 1 week to get like one more order of ribbons in, so that people who missed the first form can get them in still.
Again, guilty.
Or department heads, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
for department heads, yes. And these are for ribbons that you're going to be giving out to attendees for whatever reason it may be. And I got a bunch of them and they look really cool.
All right, thank you, Allie. We're about to get registration, which has a bunch of stuff, but first, I forgot one of my announcements for themes. One of the things that we are going to be doing this year, because it's funny, is having a town crier. So, every 3 hours or so, every 3 hours or so, we're going to have somebody going through the halls with a cowbell, which I just received last night, that is painfully loud. And they're going to be calling out, going floor to floor and calling out fun things that are going to be happening in the next few hours. So, if you have anything that you want the town crier to shout out about, please just get that to me or the teams at Anime Detour directly. Yeah, John.
You want to put in a request at 5 a.m. to state the time?
We are going to limit the hours of the town crier.
I will find John. I'll be on the radio at that time playing Reveille.
But this is the thing we're going to be doing, so if you want to get those announcements, please do that. Also, if you are on staff and you are willing to be the town crier, we are going to need people to volunteer to do that. We don't necessarily want it to be just one person the entire
Can we get a
weekend.
nice tricorn hat?
Maybe. Remind me to buy one.
At least protect their eardrums if it's that loud for a cowbell.
It's not actually.
Okay.
Yes.
I will find a way to make it louder.
Is there a form for the request, or you just want us to send you an email?
Yeah, I just send an email to themes. For me, I can create a form if we really need one, but yeah.
How did you come up with this idea?
You're asking the real question.
I actually don't think this is me. Yeah, I think that was Caitlin. There is a deeper reason, but we're not talking about it.
Not right now.
Oh.
It was an offhanded comment
Yeah.
that became a thing.
There you go.
Okay, no, I get it now.
Anyways. All right, registration. Do you want to come up, Clarissa?
Not really, but.
Are you going to any? Okay. I think I know most of the announcements, but
Yeah, most of it's gonna be about the email you just sent out anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, yay, woo. If you don't know me, I'm Clarissa, Clarissa Varcone, head of registration. I was head 2 years ago, for a long time, so yay. Anyways, so I just sent out an email last night. Sorry it was late. I work. Anyways, it went to the heads because only the heads need to see it, and it is for for the badges that they need to request. One link that they can share with their staffers is the staff link to get your staff badge. You use that link, sign up. All I'd ask for is your email, your legal name because we need to find you, and then a badge name because you can use whatever you want for a badge name.
As long as it follows our code of conduct.
Yes.
Yes, don't abuse the privilege, please.
And it is free.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it possible to edit the name that you put on it and already submitted on EventMe?
Oh, so
we
you
won't be using whatever that is on EventMe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
No.
the new form is in event.
Yes.
Correct.
So you
This-
mean the new
Yes.
form or the old form?
This is separate from your staff
This is separate from the staff application.
application. This is to get your actual physical badge. Just because you applied and are accepted as staff in the application doesn't mean you're getting a badge. You actually have to register for the badge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
because it was saying, this is the badge you want. When I clicked on the link, how much it cost, and put in my email and badge name. So that's why I'm getting a little confused.
We might have to check afterwards. You might have used a different link than, this one shouldn't ask for any cost or anything to
It
it.
asks
It
for
just says $0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Check in later with us for this.
Yeah.
But, so the link should bring you to the page to get your staff badge, which you need to staff. If you don't fill it out before March 7th, and you are on staff, you're gonna get a blank staff badge and you'll have to be approved by your head. Cause I'm not gonna just accept out of nowhere that you are suddenly staff if you're not on the staff list.
Yeah. So I do apologize that we are making everybody go back in and fill this out again. I promise, I've done mine. It takes 45 seconds. It is extremely quick. It is 3 blanks to fill out.
Yeah.
It just is much easier for Larissa to make the badges when we have this list. We can't just go off the previous EventMe applications because not everybody that is on staff qualifies for a free badge. So this was the easiest way to do it. I do apologize again for the fast turnaround to March 7th, but we do need to get them printed to have them in time for the convention.
We
So,
did also hear people when they were not happy last year that it had to be your legal name because a lot of people don't use their government name.
Right.
So this gives the option back that your badge name, as long as it is appropriate. We have to have a conversation. You're getting a blank badge.
But yeah, so please do jump on that. It's in the email that was actually announcing this meeting had the link. I think Larissa sent around another link to all the department heads. It's in the forms directory. It's very easy to find. It's very fast. Just don't sleep on it. Do it. Talk to your other staffers. Make sure they've done it, and that way we won't have any issues. And like we said, if you miss the deadline, you're still going to get a staff badge if you've earned one. We just won't have one pre-printed for you.
Okay, so that is the link that the staff heads can share and that can be spread around staff. The other links are mostly for the staff heads. One is for any department that needs an adult badge for like panelists, judges, or for like acts that don't need the guest or vendor or exhibit hall badge. They just need an adult badge so that they can be in the space. The third link was the Artist Alley. That should only be Artist Alley head. They will be requesting their badges, and then they'll get their badges. For the badge name, it can be the studio name or the person's name. It's up to Artist Alley how they want to handle that. And the fourth one is, again, a strict just for exhibitor hall, unless either exhibitor or artist has dedicated someone to do that for them. they will go through and enter in the information. It's again email, name, and badge name. The email, if they don't have an email, you can use your
Your
department
Or, yeah.
email. That's it. So for Artist Alley and Exhibitor, they can use their department email for the email, but the name needs to be like the studio name and then or some like the name and then badge name. It's ask me if you have questions.
self-explanatory. It's,
Yeah, ask me if you
yeah,
have
straightforward.
It is pretty straightforward. I think we just have like a plain old like spreadsheet for this last year. Again, it's easier when it goes through EventMe. It will make things a lot easier to make sure all the badges get printed properly, which did not happen last year. So we want to make sure that all of those get good, and like we know almost every department has people to bring to the con. So yeah, we're good.
So for guest badges, do we have to do anything, or is that taken care of?
So I think Buttons has anyone that is a guest of honor. So the cosplay judges, the cosplay guests, the one programming guest. I think that's covered. Anyone else that your department is bringing to the convention, you do need to do this.
That was the question. Our MC, which is the best badge to ask for them because they're not a guest, but they're still paid.
Probably do fill it out for them.
Probably do the adult program.
For the adult badge.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, adult.
Yeah.
Wait for who?
But yeah, if you need a guest badge for your guest or an actual guest badge, talk Buttons. 'Cause
Talk
we're
to me,
doing-
because if I don't know about them, we're gonna have to talk anyway.
Because we're doing it slightly different than the other badges. Next thing, and I just want to double check with you, GC,
Yeah.
before I say it. Liz from staffing is taking care of staff badges.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, so this affects all staff. Do not come to registration for your staff badge. We are not handing them out this year. Liz from staffing said she'd hand them out. So I don't know how she would set that up, or if she even needs a table in our area. So you might come to our area. I don't make any promises.
Yeah.
We'll know what the battle plan.
The battle plan should have.
Last year, they were in the room right next
So,
to you.
Yeah.
I can tell you, the
Yeah.
plan right now, it's not finalized, but the plan right now is that again, registration is going to be where it normally is, opposite Greenway. The little alcove near video gaming and across from Volcom, that is also a free space. So the plan right now is to have staffing there, cosplay signups there on Friday, and accessibility table there.
So that is where you can get your staff badge. If you come to registration, we will just point you to staffing table.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they release when they'll give them out. Thursday, hopefully,
Yeah.
on Thursday. But that will not be us.
Yeah. This is also the kind of thing. Yeah. This is part of what we're going to go over at the battle plan. This is very much.
But just so you guys know,
What you do
in
when you
case
get there.
can't
Prepare
attend the
yourselves
battle
now.
plan, there will be a place to pick up your badge, and it will not be registration.
You go to registration, you start a fetch quest.
Yeah, you come over to registration asking for a staff badge. We'll put you to work to get that badge. Over where you need to be.
Ask registration at your own peril.
Yeah. Like they mentioned, we are now in the Greenway, opposite Greenway. It's called
The Greenway
Promenade.
Promenade. Yes, it is.
We've used it before. I know it very well. I have ideas of how to use it again, and so we're all set on that. It's different. It is what it is.
I suppose we should probably call out too, just generally for those who are not on staff, pre-reg does end March 1st, so that's
Yeah.
really soon. Remind your friends.
Yeah, pre-reg ends March 1st. I'm giving staff until March 7th. After that, no personalized badge. And then, is there anything?
Nothing on it?
No,
I think-
that's all I have.
Yeah, that is it. I still have a couple things to go over with my department. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Yay!
All right, Dave and Niketa, obviously reservations has been busy, but anything else?
So I do have Dave has taken over answering most of the email questions we've gotten, at least from the attendees. A lot of those questions over the last month had been about Millennium Sheraton confirmation number updates, which obviously all became a moot point, unfortunately, after we answered quite a few of those questions. We have moved all the attendees over to the Marquette. There are still one or two details we are ironing out to make sure we have exact to get out to the attendees, but it's just the attendees who were at the Sheraton it's going to affect. Otherwise, we have sent in the rooming list to the Hyatt for any of the people who are getting rooms for programming acts, vendors, artists, and whatnot. At
Yeah, I
this
suppose.
point, we've released those rooms back to the general attendees. So there was a surge of rooms that opened up to the general public yesterday, quite a few of which I saw people have already started to pick up.
Yeah. So I guess we should say that too. If again you're a department head and you think you have a hotel room for somebody you're bringing to the con, talk to him right now. Talk to him yesterday, but talk to him right now.
There was a form that was put up on the Google Drive and sent out to all the department heads. Quite a few people did fill it out. If there is a last minute addition you need to make to it, I do still have some rooms held in the pocket because there's always last minute changes. I've got a couple people I know we're not entirely sure on accurate counts, so we held a few just to be safe there. But you do need to reach out to me right now, basically, because I can only hold those rooms for a few more days at this point.
I feel like I filled that out, but can I like check? Just ask you.
Yeah, I can check the drive after this. What's on the drive? Yeah, because I just sent over whatever was in the Excel sheet in the drive to Jackie. So at this point, yeah, all the rooms are basically out. At the end of this month, actually, I think next Wednesday, I think the 26th actually, the Hyatt will automatically release every room we have remaining unsold to the general public at large. The block ends at that point. So we need everything in now, basically. So you're out of time at this point. I have already had at least one vendor email me saying something about they missed the deadline that I extended for them twice. So I've got to already reach out to at least one person about that.
All right. Room party. Echo or Jeanette. Also, Jeanette should totally be on this page too. I'm bad. Sorry. Echo and Jeanette.
So, we have 9 all ages room parties. They're all confirmed. Everything's booked up. We have 6 21 plus room parties. They're all confirmed. They're all booked up. There's no problems with. They all got their rooms. Some of them have sleeping rooms. I think they all should have got them booked by now. Otherwise, they might have problems as well, given everything. I do need to chat a little bit with registration and Michael afterwards about specific details. The only thing of note otherwise is we are, as long as I was told it was approved, so we are doing a room party host panel Q&A thing on Sunday. So if anybody wants to attend, just to learn or chat, that'll be a thing. Otherwise, room parties are pretty much set for this year. So, yay.
All right.
Thank you for your help with getting the frame agreement.
I do want to confirm.
Yes, that was very, very last minute.
Thank
Any
you.
staff members who had feedback panel requests or anything like that, we specifically kept those, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
So I think it's just cosplay, chairman chat, and room parties, right?
And accessibility.
Oh, accessibility. Okay, cool.
We could have used to put all those over in the Marquette.
Are you saying no one's gonna come and see JC as chairman?
You're gonna try and get me 7 blocks away from the hotel.
There's a bus.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Photography. Danny, do it.
All right. Photography is Danny.
Not really, but I'll come up. Am I on the camera?
Yep.
Hi everybody. I just basically come up to and chat just to familiarize. The only thing I'll say, I guess, is I didn't formalize a way to request coverage for stuff, but the only thing I think outside of our own internal department, which we have a meeting tomorrow, and I feel good about where we're at, but none of you really need to know anything about that. But just if you want specific photography coverage for something, please feel free to reach out. I can definitely put you on a schedule. We generally have a robust amount of staff on the photography team this year, more or at least as many as we've had in previous years. So feel free to reach out if you have anything specific that you think would be
I need to talk.
Yes, sure. That's about it. Yeah, don't really have any actual updates.
Woo.
Thank you. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Anything else? Water division. Fire.
Hey, it's me.
Artist Alley, you usually talk to Kat.
I mean, Kat hasn't emailed me in a panic, so.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty darn set up for a long time. Yeah, they had all their maps on social tables like before I ever opened it. Like, yeah, they're super done. They're super good together.
Kat is ready.
Artist Alley on lock. Jacob, anything for charities?
Hey, get up in front of the camera here. That's how it works, right? Not a lot to note. We're just, oh, right, sorry, it's there. I'm sorry, I'm still new at this. So, not a lot to note. We're just going through getting some spreadsheets made. We're still kind of getting everything pieced together. Still kind of going through, getting items all figured for the auction. I know we've got our time figured out, so that's good. Programming was kind enough to get us that, so that's good. I believe it's Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I think it's 9:30. I can check. That sounds right. Yep, 9:30 to 11. So that's cool. We got that all figured out. Yeah, we're just going through and making sure we get items all squared. That's pretty much it. We've got some already, and we're just trying to get more. That's pretty much all we have right now. So
in the Regency room, the really nice room on 2.
Yes, correct. I forgot to note that. Thank you. So,
By the big elevators.
yes, correct.
And by the new guest signing room.
Yes.
I didn't know that part, but that's good to know too.
Yeah,
So
it's okay.
cool.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
there'll
you
be
guys
some
will be right
chaos
there.
Going back and forth, which will be fun.
I'm sure that's going to happen. Yes. So cool. All right. Thank you.
I know. It's gonna be good chaos. I mean, good for everybody else, not so much.
All right, cosplay again. We've covered some of the updates, but Ricky.
Waddling over.
I was waiting for you to like put your face right in front of the camera.
So all of our guests are booked. The only thing that's coming up for us is March 1st is going to be the cosplay contest applications are going to be opening. If you are going to be applying to that, just make sure that you have your audio ready to submit into that. If you have external audio, you're not going to use ours. And I promise I do this at the meeting, but I have to say, this man has never seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Shade! Shade! That's all I got. Wait.
No at-con signups.
Oh,
only
and there will be
waitlist.
no at-con signups. We will have waitlist option for, I think, 5 slots.
5 slots.
We'll have 5 slots for waitlist, but there will be no at-con this year. We're trying it out to see how it goes, moving fully into the modern era. So
I like how the wait list took secondary to shaming JC.
because it's more important, honestly. I'm a weeb first and a cosplay head second.
Hey, we have a kid, we have an excuse.
No excuses. Anime first.
I know. I'm like, I haven't had a kid for 15 years. So.
Can we bring up the times
Yeah.
change? Is that okay to bring up?
Yeah. I think so.
The start time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
We should probably let people know.
You can just talk. The
So
mic's
we
right here.
the contest is now, we were at 6:30 in the past outside of last year. It is now most likely to move to 7. This is not confirmed yet. We're still working with programming, but just be aware to check the start time of the Masquerade show itself if you want to watch.
Do you change the judging times at all?
We'll talk to you because of the changes with the
If the mic didn't pick that up well, we expect everything is still slightly fluid, but we expect the Masquerade contest will be 7 p.m. Saturday night in Main Stage.
So just slight delay.
Yeah.
You have more room to eat, time to eat dinner now, actually.
We had to squeeze a couple of things. So, Exhibit Hall. Do we have an Alyssa?
I think Alyssa's here.
Okay. Do you have anything from Exhibit Hall? I think they're also similarly pretty locked down.
I've seen the new map. There's like honestly, I think it's gonna be really great. The aisles have widened. There's gonna be a few changes just because guest signings are no longer in Exhibit Hall. So
So
hopefully
more stuff is in Exhibit Hall to buy.
So more stuff to buy. Aisles are widened, so hopefully that solves a lot of the previous complaints. So yeah, but otherwise everything's locked down. We're good to go.
All right. Guests.
Hey, that's me.
Yes.
We're good. Post went out just advising attendees that guest signings have moved to the Mirage Room on the 2nd floor. This again opens up more for vendor hall. It means that if guests want to run a little bit later, They don't have to work with Exhibit Hall to do that because we don't have to worry about people nabbing things from vendor tables. So a lot more freedom. It's also right by the Regency Room. It's closer to a lot of the programming, so I think overall it's just going to be easier for our guests, which is really nice. They are very excited. I know the Unexpectables have been like shouting us out every single live stream they do. So I believe they stream Wednesday night, so if you have not watched them yet, I highly recommend it. They are very entertaining, and we will be their first ever live show.
Yeah, so Cass just reminded me, we did skip it under Exhibitor Hall. There was the dedicated subhead for con relations, and we have that filled now.
I have less work!
That is Michaela.
She's here.
Yeah. Where? Do you want to come up and introduce yourself? Don't worry, we do it to everybody and nobody likes us.
I like it.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm going to be helping Buttons and Alyssa with Con Relations and Exhibitor Hall.
Yeah, I think most of it's pretty set, has been pretty set, but
Yeah. It's okay. You get to deal with the chaos of our partner cons. I mean, to be fair, they're chill.
They're all fantastic.
They are.
So, yeah, tabletop again. I know DJ's got it pretty locked down.
He did send a email to Clarissa just to clarify something about the exhibitor badges.
Oh.
I think he just sent it today, so like you're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
But yeah, otherwise he is set.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
been
guessing
set.
I'm guessing Gnome Games probably used to get funny badges, and they're just gonna get adult badges now. So that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. For what department, Dave?
For treasure.
Okay. Well, come up here. I don't know where you go, so come up here.
Yes. Hi, I'm Dave Venturebeck. I'm the Financial Operations Assistant. I pay your bills when Jeanette is not busy. However, I just wanted to say, for a deadline for buying stuff for the con in your budget, there is none, except you should keep in mind that delivery is a factor. So, if you need me to go to United Noodle, which I used to go to a long time ago, and we can do that on Wednesday. But if you need to get something shipped in, please keep that in mind when you want to actually purchase something elsewhere. Thank you.
Yeah, some things are on Amazon and we can probably get them tomorrow, but some things that we order are weirder. So make sure
Actually,
you
I do have
on
one
time.
more thing I forgot. If you are someone who applied to guest relations and got accepted and you have not joined the specific guest server, please do that because that will be where you check in at con, so I know where you are. We know where our guests are, and it does not get announced over the radio because I don't need that stress in my life.
Are you saying that Guest has a secret server?
Yes. I do what I want.
Cool kids, we're involved.
Cosplay gets to be there too.
All right, Electric Division, accessibility, that is not correct anymore.
Yeah, we've shifted the accessibility head from Sherilyn to Kaida and Catherine McCord. They're taking over as co-heads. I've seen the plans that they have so far. I'm really happy with what we've got going on. I don't see either of them here today.
No, they couldn't make it. They had
Yeah.
announced it in staff.
I feel like Kaida sent like 100 emails too, so you probably got something.
Kaida's normally on top of it.
Yeah, extremely.
Oh,
Logistics, that's me currently. If you are interested, please apply, please. At the moment, we are kind of just finishing up our scheduling for all of the folks who are going to be helping out. If you are a member of logistics staff, you've been approved on EventNe, please check the announcement that I sent out a few weeks ago. Read the game plan document, and please either send me an email or post on the Google Sheet which shifts you want to fill in. I really want to get those hammered in as quickly as possible. Biggest thing we're looking for right now is just somebody to drive the truck to and from. That's pretty much it. Oh, for each of the specific departments, especially departments that have a lot of stuff that are coming from the locker, particularly tech, merchandise, and a few others. If you have a specific order of things that you want to come from the locker to the place, other than what we normally do in our standard operating procedure, please let me know ASAP. We're starting to put that plan together now. Or if you're okay with getting in a little bit later on Thursday, also please let me know. At the battle plan, we're going to go over a few things, mostly how to build a pallet and how to lift things safely, just so that we're not all excruciating our backs and causing everything to explode and fall over inside of a truck. That's pretty much it for logistics. Expect to see emails from me here pretty soon to some departments. And staffing.
Yeah, staffing. Do we have Liz? Do we have any word?
Liz is in Boston with family, so no,
Alright.
she is not here at the
Do
moment.
we have any word from Liz?
I don't think there was any update, but nothing that Clarissa didn't already say.
Yeah.
Fill out your staff badge thing.
I know, Christina, you help out with that sometimes too. Anything else?
The plan is to have housing assignments back to people at the end of this month, but I don't know if that's still going to happen, but it shouldn't be that much later.
Okay, so, yeah, sit tight if you're waiting for your staff housing assignments pretty soon. Should be here, so.
Tech services, I'm sure Bruce said something in chat at this point.
Hasn't said anything in chat from what I am able to view. There's potentially an update coming to one of the phones here around us, but nothing yet.
Okay. All I know is that I know they finished up a lot of their quotes and are getting things signed. I know we're probably going to have to readjust one specific quote for a certain second stage. But yeah, most of the things are going through with that.
And I'm wondering too if Bruce is on and can respond, if there is a planned or possibly already completed panel kit.
Done back in October.
Not a tech
Oh my
update,
God.
apparently.
Did he
Okay.
call?
He did, yes. Let's see if people can hear you.
Please don't do that. That's going to sound terrible for everyone.
Do it again. What?
Oh my god. And now we've lost connection too. Specs, you jinxed
Apparently I
it!
can't walk in front of the camera.
Apparently not.
I don't think Alistair likes it. Yeah.
Clearly does not. Well, we're frozen now, so.
We should be unfrozen
Are we
now
unfrozen?
too.
Either message me or put it in chat. We're not going to
Yeah,
put a whole
just-
phone
yeah,
onto the
just-
microphone.
Yeah, Cass says
Message me or put it in chat.
send a message or put it in chat for the YouTube.
There is in the chat, since we're talking about it, there was some discussion from accessibility, just talking about they're working on stamps and ribbons for accessibility, as well as finalizing ASL interpreters, and that they do have a rough schedule for con. And then in addition to staffing for the quiet room. So they're working on their finalizing of projects. So
Thank you, accessibility friends. Video, I know Lee reached out and said that most of the rights have been secured for the video rooms at this point. Pretty much it. Volunteers, Caitlin, do you have anything you wanted to share?
Sure.
So for volunteers, I did repost the link to the volunteer sign-up form onto the Discord chat, and that was successful. I got a slew of volunteers, so now
Nice.
we're getting a lot of people in for registration volunteering, which is great, but there's still a lot of openings, so please don't hesitate. And I got confirmation about our grand raffle prize that's gonna come on Thursday.
Yay!
In collaboration with one of our lovely vendors. So they're excited about that.
It's a great prize.
It is. And yeah, it might fit on this table.
That's the piece.
So, and we just got our custom pins ordered. So those are on the way. I'm excited for those. Thank you, Themes, for getting me all the art. I know there was some confusion there. Yeah, just working on it. I think we just have to order some stickers. Our team's going pretty well.
Cool. Are you still in need of additional people?
No, I think I'm good right now. 10 is a great number.
Great.
Woo! It was better than 4.
Great.
So, yeah, we now actually don't have to be there for like 10 hours a day. It's great.
That's
what
fun.
it's like.
Yes. And I think the last thing for us is that we received a wonderful and super generous donation of prizes from an individual. And just so a lot of those prizes will go towards our volunteer prize pool, but we also found some that are worth a little bit more, so we're giving them to charities for the charity auction. So thank you to that lovely individual. And yeah.
I forgot to announce that during my
To be fair, like,
Yeah.
it just showed up, so.
Shame me, yes, I agree with the shame.
It's okay, I remember.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
All right.
that was really generous.
Thank you, Caitlin. And I am lying yet again. Video production is not open. Cass, do you want to tell us?
Yeah, we have a video production head. Let's introduce yourself.
Hi there.
Hey.
My name's Lauren. I'm stepping up as head of video production because someone needed to do it. I accepted this role last week, so I don't really have any update to give other than that if you're interested in helping out with video production, we will have information coming very, very soon about training and learning our system. So yeah, thank you for letting me step up, and look forward to making the con the best it can be.
I've got a few more updates for video production just because I've been kind of running things until we selected ahead. If you have something that is away from the main stage that you would like recorded and put onto the YouTube channel or played during the stream and some of the downtime, please shoot us an email. I sent an email about this a bit ago. This is particularly for programming and guests. But if there's anything that's happening away that you would like videoed, please let us know so we can dedicate a camera to that, get it recorded, edited, and put somewhere interesting where people can access it. What's up?
Do you need priorities? We want this, if you can afford this, can you do this before this?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
What's up? Video production at animedetour.com.
One word?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Last I checked.
I don't think we ever mess around with spaces or underscores or dots or anything like that. Just, yeah.
Dots and names.
We just gotta keep it simple, man.
The other thing is that programming, I'm going to reach out soon about some of the main stage acts. If any of them have very specific camera needs, I'm thinking of the Unexpectables particularly. We'll want to talk about that and get you in contact with whoever's going to be producing the video for that shift. For the Unexpectables, that's me. So I'll talk to you after this.
Talk to me as well, because I'm the one in direct contact with
Cool.
them.
Yep, I'll annoy the people I need to annoy about that. But yeah, if you're interested, we're building the schedule soon. We mostly need camera operators who are pointing the camera and setting a couple settings, or the video mixers who are going to be controlling the stream, putting stream graphics on as it's interesting, things like that. If you're interested, sign it up for it on Eventney, or shoot us an email. We'll make it happen. Training's going to be soon. We haven't figured out a date yet, but it'll be soon.
Cool.
There is the tech update that Specs was attempting to call in. It's just that they're wrapping up contracts as well with DJs and entertainment, and that they're looking good on their schedule.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, one last thing that I don't know what department it fits in, kind of programming, kind of ops, kind of a lot of things. 18+ wristbands are ordered. They were supposed to get to me yesterday, and then I got a message from Amazon saying they were delayed a week, but they should be on the way. They should be bright and beautiful and do what we need them to do. So.
The East Coast is getting just a little beat up right now.
All right, ATC.
Okay. Hello, I am Christina. I am the president of Anime Twin Cities. We had our board meeting like a week and a half ago. And at our board meeting, we approved a donation to Minnesota Kyoto Ranmei because they are having a Japanese archery event that they needed funding for. And we are also going to be sponsoring AUSM, which is the Autism Society of Minnesota, but we haven't decided which events yet, but we're working on that. I think everything else we talked about last time. We are working on a rental request policy, but it needs work, so we're not done with that yet. At this point.
Speak up.
That's
Yeah.
all that I have. So our board meetings are the second Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. So feel free to join us on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Okay, I know this meeting's kind of been long already because lots of things are happening. This email is, or this slide is something new. Please keep talking to each other. Please use email if you don't have a defined relationship already. Let's take a look at the global calendar. Woo. I think I have to actually close this to make that happen. So, coming up here at the end of the month, Ops already did talk about radio requests and event support requests. video production as well for non-stage recordings. Claim your staff badge by March 7th. That's probably the most important one to most of you. So the links are here on the global calendar. They're also in the forms directory, I think, for all of these things. And then, what's that?
Thank you for adding that to that.
And then department hours for operations, like they were talking about. Facilities is totally going to crib off of that as well. So thank you guys for updating these things. If there's anything not on the form directories, in the forms directory already, please do try to get it there. Makes it easier when we have it all in one place. Let's go back. Oh yeah.
The new ribbon request is in the forms directory now.
Awesome.
It's already live.
Amazing.
Go request.
Thank you.
For those who may not have caught that, if you are a department head and you want to request ribbons to hand out either to attendees, or in my case, I need department-specific ribbons, form is live in the form directory. Go do that now.
What's the deadline on that?
28.
28th. Oh, that's really quick.
End of the
All
month.
right.
Got a lot
We
of
gotta
stuff to
get
get
the
done.
order in so that we can get them delivered before the convention.
Makes sense. Okay, what is that, Friday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to get the order in on Saturday.
Okay, cool.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
This is just if you don't want to do that.
exactly. Okay. The forms directory. I just talked about it already. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it again. Still, do make sure if you're looking for forms on there and you're like, why isn't this on there? I thought it was. There are 3 tabs. You need to have some basic understanding of how to use Excel/Google Sheets. There are 3 tabs, so make sure you're looking at the right one. Also, if you're adding to it, make sure you're putting it on the right one for whether it refers to anybody at all, attendees, whoever, all staff, or department head specifically. Program book. Yeah, again, I've talked to a lot of you directly if this was your problem anyway, but the absolute drop dead date for new information is February 23rd, also known as tomorrow. So if there is anything in the program book that you do not have finalized, go home and fix it immediately. Yeah.
Are we, with all the changes with the everything, do you want us to re-put that in, or is someone else doing all the new changes?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah, I asked that in the email and I didn't know if it got right, because I'm like, I don't know who should do this, or if we're gonna double information.
Yeah.
Send it.
Probably just send me a reminder that that needs to get updated when everything else with the programming schedule needs to get
Okay.
updated, because it, probably doesn't make
Yeah,
sense
because
to do it
everything's still
separately.
fluid, so, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because, obviously everything in the programming schedule has to get shifted around. We need proofreaders. A number of people have volunteered already. If you are willing to help do that, that will be the major project for the week following tomorrow, or sort of from tomorrow on, to make sure that we are not spelling things like doofuses in a programming book. Consistency is also important. I believe we always call it Artist Alley, not Artists Alley, but you can imagine how if someone is writing quickly, they might make that mistake, and it's good to, have those things on lock. So we need people looking over all this. Yeah.
Which reminds me, it is exhibit hall now, right? Or is it exhibitor hall? Like, for
I believe it is Exhibit Hall, but it's not mine, so.
I think that's what's on the website.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's things like that, to try to catch all of those before we send it to print, which we need to do very, very soon. Themes at animatedtour.com can be where you send things, or Kelly Stan directly, since she's the head of that, or me, really, putting a lot of hours into this too, so any of the 3 of those will work. The next meeting is the only other meeting before we have a convention. You are coming to it. It is the battle plan. We do have this figured out now. Brooklyn Park Library, the Mississippi River Room, we have it for 3 hours. Hopefully we won't need it for 3 hours, but we want to make sure that we have enough time. The focus on that is really going to be what you, as a staffer, need to know at the con itself. Where are you going to get things? Where are you going to put things? It's kind of going over all of those logistics, because I think in the past there's been a lot of people showing up at the hotel and going, so where are things going to be? This is why we need to have the head or some representative of every single department at the battle plan. I know some of the heads are not local. I understand that that's a lot to drive for, not the con itself. but do make sure that you know who in your department is coming. And we are more than happy to have 12 people from a department come. Just because one person has to come doesn't mean you can't all come. Everybody come on in. It will just make things easier. The more people that have all of this information, we can make sure that as many staffers as possible have that information and people aren't wandering around confused.
If departments have specific things they want covered, should they send it to us?
Yes. Yes. I think you're kind of heading this up.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing it. Okay, so if you are a department head and there are specific things regarding your department that you need all staff to know and abide by, please send it to me. Buttons@animedetour.com does get to me.
It does. Yes.
I don't remember my government name half the time. So, and this can be anything. If you have it where you're like, hey, if you're not, I'm going to use exhibit hall as an example here. If you're not exhibit hall staff, don't come wandering in while vendors are setting up. Anything to that effect, please send it to me so I can get it in the slideshow so we can have that ready.
Extra help on Thursday, such as exhibit hall, which sometimes
Yes.
needs help taking stuff down, send it over as well so we can put it in. And if people who show up for the battle plan can know that, hey, if I want to help out Thursday, here are departments that can use random help if I stop by.
Yeah.
I will also, let me find a good cutoff.
So yeah, I know.
Send it to me by March 9th, because if I have to do this day of, I'm going to be irritated with you.
It's a good call. What is that, Sunday?
That is a Sunday.
Okay, because the battle plan is Saturday, March 15th, so
Yes,
yeah,
so
the Sunday right
please
before that.
Send it to me by March 9th, otherwise I'm probably not going to put it on there.
Yep. Also, department heads, you should be expecting emails from Buttons and I to probably ask a few specific questions as well between now and then. Again, just about everyone has been super on top of things, responding to emails very quickly for a long time already. If you're one of the few department heads who hasn't necessarily been as tuned in, please start tuning in now.
Now is the time.
Lock in.
Thank you. This is us. So yeah, you can get Buttons' actual name there if you want. Buttons at Animedetour does work as well. And if you're not sure, you can't even remember that, you don't remember who's doing it, Chairman at Animedetour comes to all of us. We will see it. So that is the easiest way to get anything important figured out. Or if you're like, hey Chairman, I know this isn't you, but I can't remember how to get to the person I need to get to, we can do that too. Any final questions on chat?
Nope.
I don't see any hands. I think we can end the recorded meeting.
FMA Brotherhood is a 6.5 out of 10 at best.
And